Hi everyone. Human beings are curious creatures. We are drawn to the unknown, the mysterious, the things that defy easy explanation. This fascination with the unexplained has been a constant throughout history, from ancient myths and legends to modern-day ghost stories and conspiracy theories. One area that has always held a particular allure is the paranormal. The idea that there are forces beyond our understanding, abilities that defy scientific explanation, is both intriguing and unsettling. It taps into our deepest fears and desires, our hopes and anxieties. Among the many facets of the paranormal, mediums and psychics occupy a unique space. They claim to possess abilities that allow them to access information and energies that are hidden from most of us. This essay will delve into the world of mediums and psychics, exploring their purported abilities, the techniques they use, and the scientific evidence, or lack thereof, to support their claims. Mediums are individuals who claim to be able to communicate with the spirits of the deceased. They often possess a heightened sense of intuition and sensitivity to the spiritual realm. They act as intermediaries, bridging the gap between the living and the afterlife, often providing solace to those in mourning. People often seek out mediums for comfort, closure, or to connect with loved ones who have passed on. These sessions can be deeply emotional and transformative. The methods used by mediums vary widely, reflecting the diverse ways in which they claim to receive and interpret messages from the beyond. Some may go into trances, while others claim to receive messages through visions, sounds, or feelings. These experiences are often described as vivid and unmistakable. They may hold objects that belong to the deceased or visit places of significance to them. Believing these items and locations can help strengthen the connection. The information conveyed by mediums can range from general statements about the deceased's personality to specific details about their lives or deaths, which can be startlingly accurate. Some mediums even claim to be able to channel the voices of the deceased, allowing them to speak directly to their loved ones, creating a profound sense of connection. While many people find comfort in the messages they receive from mediums, it is important to approach these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism, as not all experiences are verifiable. There is no scientific evidence to support the existence of spirits or the ability to communicate with them, making it essential to balance belief with critical thinking. Psychics, on the other hand, claim to possess extrasensory perception, or ESP. This encompasses a range of abilities, including telepathy, which is reading minds, clairvoyance, seeing the future or distant events, and precognition, knowing things before they happen. Psychics may use their abilities for a variety of purposes, such as providing guidance and advice, locating missing persons or objects, or predicting future events. They may offer their services professionally or informally. Like mediums, psychics employ a variety of techniques. Some may use tarot cards, crystal balls, or other tools to focus their abilities. Others may rely solely on their intuition or gut feelings. The claims made by psychics are often vague and open to interpretation. This makes it difficult to test their abilities scientifically. Furthermore, there is no known mechanism by which ESP could work, which further adds to the skepticism surrounding these claims. One of the most common techniques used by both mediums and psychics is cold reading. This is a method of obtaining information about a person by making observations about their appearance, body language, and responses to questions. By carefully analyzing these elements, cold readers can gather a surprising amount of information without the person even realizing it. Cold readers are skilled at picking up on subtle cues that reveal information about a person's background, beliefs, and emotional state. They often use these cues to build a rapport with the person, making them feel understood and more likely to open up. They use this information to make general statements that seem specific to the individual but could apply to many people. This technique can be incredibly convincing, especially when delivered with confidence and authority. For example, a cold reader might say something like, "I sense that you are grieving the loss of someone close to you." This statement is vague enough to apply to many people, but feels deeply personal to the listener. This is a statement that could apply to a large percentage of the population, but seems very personal when delivered with confidence and empathy. The emotional delivery often enhances the perceived accuracy of the reading. In addition to cold reading, mediums and psychics may also use other techniques, such as hot reading, which is gathering information about a person beforehand, warm reading, making educated guesses based on common experiences, and the Barnum effect, the tendency for people to believe that general personality descriptions apply specifically to them. These techniques, when combined, can create a powerful illusion of insight and understanding. The scientific community approaches claims of paranormal abilities with a healthy dose of skepticism. This is not to say that scientists are closed-minded or dismissive of these claims. Rather, it is because the scientific method requires that any claim, especially one that challenges existing knowledge, be subjected to rigorous testing and scrutiny. To be considered credible, scientific evidence must be objective, verifiable, and reproducible. This means that the results of any experiment or observation should be consistent, regardless of who is conducting the research or where it is being conducted. Unfortunately, attempts to study paranormal phenomena under controlled conditions have yielded inconsistent and often disappointing results. While some studies have shown small effects, these are often attributed to methodological flaws or chance occurrences. The mind's eye. Neuroscience and psychic phenomena. Neuroscience, the study of the brain and nervous system, offers some insights into why people might believe in psychic phenomena, even in the absence of scientific evidence. By understanding how our brains function, we can begin to unravel the mysteries behind these beliefs. Our brains are wired to find patterns and make connections, even when they don't exist. This inherent tendency is a fundamental aspect of human cognition. This is known as apophenia, a term that describes our propensity to perceive meaningful patterns in random data. For example, we might see faces in clouds, interpreting random shapes as familiar objects. Hear voices in white noise, where our minds create sounds that aren't really there, or perceive patterns in random sequences of numbers, making sense out of chaos. This tendency to find meaning in randomness can lead us to believe in things that are not real. It shapes our perceptions and influences our beliefs. Furthermore, our brains are also susceptible to suggestion. The power of suggestion can significantly alter our perceptions and beliefs. When we are told something is true, especially by someone we trust, we are more likely to believe it, even if there is no evidence to support it. This trust can override our critical thinking. This is why stage magicians, who are skilled in the art of deception and suggestion, can often create the illusion of psychic abilities. They exploit our cognitive biases to their advantage. They use a combination of psychology, misdirection, and sleight of hand to create effects that seem impossible. These techniques highlight the fascinating interplay between neuroscience and the art of illusion. The power of belief. Placebo effects and psychic experiences. The placebo effect is a well-documented phenomenon in which a person's belief in a treatment, even if it is inert, can lead to real measurable improvements in their condition. This effect highlights the powerful connection between mind and body. It is possible that some of the perceived benefits of psychic readings or healings could be attributed to the placebo effect. If a person believes that a psychic can help them, they may be more likely to experience a reduction in stress, anxiety, or even physical pain. However, it is important to note that the placebo effect cannot explain all claims of psychic phenomena. For example, it cannot account for claims of precognition, clairvoyance, or other abilities that involve accessing information that is not readily available through normal means. Empaths. Tuning into emotional frequencies. In recent years, the concept of empaths has gained popularity. Empaths are individuals who claim to be highly sensitive to the emotions and energies of others. They often report feeling overwhelmed in crowded places or around people who are experiencing strong emotions. While there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of empaths, some people may be more attuned to nonverbal cues such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. This ability to read and interpret social cues can make them appear more empathetic or intuitive. However, it is important to distinguish between empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, and claiming to have special abilities to sense or absorb their emotions. Finding balance between intrigue and evidence. The world of mediums, psychics, and paranormal phenomena is a complex and often confusing one. While there is no scientific evidence to support their claims, many people find comfort, guidance, or simply entertainment in these beliefs. It is important to approach these claims with a critical but open mind. We should be wary of anyone who claims to have special powers or abilities, especially if they are charging money for their services. Ultimately, The decision of whether or not to believe in mediums, psychics, or other paranormal phenomena is a personal one. However, it is a decision that should be made based on evidence, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism. The human mind is a powerful tool, capable of both great feats of imagination and critical analysis. By embracing both our sense of wonder and our capacity for rational thought, we can navigate the fascinating world of the paranormal with both curiosity and discernment. Please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.